welcome back to our
Man for himself and Christ for us all, which means that I, Frederick, I stood for myself.
We also fail our fellow men or other people when they come to us. For example, if I've come to you with a problem, do not compare it to what you have gone through.
Yeah.
Someone has been dubbed by his fiance. Then I come to tell someone, then they tell me, I've not even taken lunch or supper, I don't have money. When you are comparing that, you are not handling their problem.
I feel as men, the way he has said, we fail ourselves is because the safe spaces that we are talking about.
Sometimes even our reaction by you, they've been now open to share with you, but give them. Morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us. We are welcoming you in our today's conversation, and once again, it's a pleasure for us to gather and have a moment just to talk. We invite you that even as we go through this conversation, you'll be also able to learn few things here and there. I'm today joined by colleagues and my colleague students, and I'll be giving them just a chance to introduce themselves and also tell us how have they been. So today our discussion is on men's mental health, and of course you can remember that last month we were observing mental health awareness month for men, and this conversation around how men handle mental health is coming up, and is something that is of key significance to us even at this time, because many a times we've been told as a man, you need to man up, you need to be tough, you need to be strong, and is there a place even for us sometimes also being vulnerable to other people, being able also to share our fears, our uncertainties, and some of the things that really also hit us hard. So that is what we'll be talking about today, and there are these amazing people joining us today. Let me just give them a chance to introduce themselves, but also tell us how have you been. And I really don't expect a response. I'm fine. Yeah, what have you been dealing with at this time? But just be open, be vulnerable. Yeah, if that is the word, to tell us how you're doing. Yeah. So from Fred, Karibu.
Thank you so much, Brother Sam, for the opportunity that you given unto me. First of all, by name, I'm Frederick Onyango Sola. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be part of men's mental health, simply because men undergo so many challenges, but I don't want to use the term we've been neglected, but it seems we have been neglected. This is because the society, they've based so much on women. We have them, most of the time we hear them talking of women empowerment. And now the women have it. And therefore, as men, we undergo so many problems, so many challenges, but no one is here. And therefore, we go with a phrase that states, every man for himself and Christ for us all. And that has been a phrase for us. As a man, I might say that I've been okay, but since we are talking of mental health, I've not been okay. And since, just as I've said before, we undergo some problems, and these problems, some occur. They occur, they recur. They are habitual. We cannot run unless we die. Stay tuned as we're going to talk more. Once again, thank you so much, Brother Sam, for the opportunity. Let me pass the mic to my colleague.
Karibu, Fred.
Hello. Okay, Evans. Welcome again. I don't have much to say, but personally, I can't say I've been 100% fine mentally, that is. Yes, but I've been stressed recently, but I've been coping with that well. I believe that. Yes. So karibu. Thank you.
Thank you, Mwangela. Karibu sana Mwagangi.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Mwangangi. I'm excited to have this conversation. I feel it's a conversation that needs to be taken very seriously, not only to us, but to the entire generations and the society, because it's something that is very important for people to understand. Also, men go through certain things that need to be addressed, because all this mental health issue thing, I think it comes out from the unhealthy way of coping with the difficult life challenges, because I believe hard is hard by itself. World is very cruel, not only to the man, also to the woman, but the problem is how we cope with it, how we try to navigate every stress of life that we face, any challenge that we face. So I'm really excited to have this conversation, and I'm happy to be here. And also to our viewer, I hope you're going to learn as we continue to speak about men's mental health. So if you have a brother, you have a cousin, or you have a father who really needs to understand this, I think this is the right place to be. And I hope you're going to be blessed. My name is Jeff Mwangangi, and I hope you're going to have a nice ride. Thank you.
Thank you. And you know, when we are having this conversation about men's mental health, Fred has mentioned something also on you know, as sometimes it's been perceived that men have been neglected, but also by even ourselves, because you see, and I'd be opening it to us. Do you feel that we've even offered enough safe spaces for us as men, for us to have these conversations, and just moments when you could be vulnerable to your friends, and issues especially about trust? And I think at one point we were having this conversation, I think during the Brothers Weekend, when I was asking, do you have that like one person you'd be counting on as accountability partner in your life? So as we share, you know, in terms of issues around even trusting people with some of the things that we are going through, do you feel like, and basing it on your own experience, would you say that you've have that safe space, somebody you could probably run to sometimes and you'd be like, hey, by the way, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm experiencing? And what are some of the things that has led to us not having those safe spaces, or issues around mistrust?
Thank you so much, Mr. Sam, once again. Allow me to state this. When we talk of trust and men, remember we are talking of men's mental health, to be specific. Now, when trust issues is now coming in, as we talk of men's mental health, I think there is a great challenge. And I'm saying this with a lot of confidence, because sometimes back, remember I said, every man for himself and Christ for us all, which means that I, Frederick, I stood for myself. I have to trust myself. You might be a good friend of mine, you might be my brother, you might be, no matter how close we are. Remember, you are also a man. And at some point, you are also having some difficulties. Now, at times I'll come to you, you know, because I trust you, because you are my brother. And this happens even to biological brothers, blood brothers. You find that I have my senior, and now I'm the junior here. And now as a junior, I'm facing some challenges. And now I'll approach my elder brother. I'll tell him that, you know, bro, I'm going through this and this. I want to say something that I've experienced, especially this year. When I was beginning this year, personally, I had a lot of issues mentally. Yeah, and some were family issues, some were personal issues, some were job issues, you know. And now I had a good brother of mine that I really trust so much. And so I approached him By the time I approached him, he was also going through a lot, through so many things, job issues, family issues, because he's a family man. And now he could not attend to me fully. He could not, the response that he gave me could not satisfy me. Hello? Are you getting my point? Which means that as a man, I need to be strong for myself without trusting anybody. Because my brother could have given me, in fact, one of the response that he gave me based on his feelings, according to the state he was by that time. Which means he could have not given me the appropriate. He could have not satisfied me. And so, with me, I think the first person, me as a man, I should trust myself and I could stand first for myself, because that's when I can convince myself. And if that's wrong, if that's not the case, then that is why you see most of the people are committing suicide, and most of men. And I think when that part will come, I'll talk about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fred, for that. And of course, if it will be okay, you'll be also sharing with us how you've been experience grief and
Yeah.
how you've been able to go through it, even the process. This time, I'm leaving it for the rest of my colleagues. Would you share, especially also based on your own experiences? And do you find right now more comfortable enough that you'd say that I know there is this one particular person I can confide in, or maybe this cycle of people that when I go to, I could be able to share just with them openly and without them judging, without them even, looking at me in a particular way. So what do you feel even about issues about trust?
Sorry. Just to add something on what I've said,
Yeah.
I think it was going to escape, and it's good. The reason why, let me just adjust this. The reason why I'm saying, first, you have to stand for yourself is because, fine, I might come to you, and if I've not stood for myself, you might give me a right response according to you.
Yeah.
Now that one will not depend with your situation. You will tell me, Fred has been my good friend. I know Fred up to this level. Now I want to give him the best out of me. But since I've not stood for myself, personally I'm not satisfied. Whatever you are going to give me, you might give me the best, but I might not take it. Thank you.
I see. I love that aspect. Karibu Mongele.
Yes, thank you again. So I'm going to pick from where Fred has left. So he has talked about be a man, you should be able to stand for yourself. First, it is true, but you see, as men, however much is given, a lot is given, which enables us to cope more with stresses with life. But there comes at a breaking point where you really cannot handle anymore. And that's the point we are talking about. When it breaks that place now, it is the time to talk. And so I have friends who I can talk about. I can talk to them about issues I'm going through, and they are able to listen keenly. And that issue you have talked about, you are a brother who was also undergoing the same thing. I think we also fail our fellow men or other people when they come to us. For example, if I've come to you with a problem, do not compare it to what you have gone through.
Yes.
Everybody has a different way of handling life challenges.
Yes.
What can scratch you can kill me. Don't say, let's say for example, I'm going through, let's for example, someone has been dubbed by his fiance. Then I come to tell someone, then they tell me, I've not even taken lunch or supper, I don't have money. When you are comparing that, we are not handling their problem. Because we have different breaking points, and each person has undergone different things, which has shaped how they handle life stresses. Yes, so I think it's very good to be aware of that as you are addressing your brother's issues. So thank you.
I love that, and I think basing it that other people's experiences, by you addressing them, you should not make them look that this is mere, that this is not something you should be lamenting about, but just addressing them at their level. Karibu Jeff.
Yeah, I agree with whatever everyone is saying because I feel, but the only thing that I want to add is I feel as men, the way he has said, we fail ourselves is because the same spaces that we are talking about, we really don't provide for the people around us, even our friends. Sometimes your friend might not tell you something because they know your reaction, how you are going to take it. Actually, it's a fellow man who will tell you that weakness. You get my point? It's a fellow man who will tell you, you can't talk about this. It's a fellow man who will judge you harshly when you are going through a certain thing. So I feel first it should start with us. Are you ready to embrace the challenges of your brother? That you are able to listen to them and what they are saying and feel the weight it needs to be taken with. You get my point?
Yes.
Like it's not about comparison or anything. It's not about who is strong or anything. It's about the real issue is here. How are we going to navigate it? Am I able to listen to you and address that issue without being judgmental?
Yes.
You get my point?
Yes.
Because the world is not really that polite to the man.
Yes.
It's very harsh. The man is expected to be strong, which is okay. I believe it's a responsibility and a sense of strength when you're given to be, because a man is like a priest of the home. A man is a provider. A man is a protector. A man is a preserver of the home. Like when you stand for the home. So it's okay people to expect you to be strong.
Yes.
But in everyone's life, there are moments that you will feel like you are not doing it the right way. There are sometimes you feel like I am weak in this area. Are we able to provide that community whereby I can speak and feel like another person will tell me it's okay to go through that? You know, sometimes we don't look for people to help us. It's just that ability to tell me it's okay. Whatever you're going through is valid. It's okay to break down. It's okay to be at a weak situation of your life, but you can come through out of it. You get my point? Like we need to improve that to make sure that we can be able to stand for each other. Because sometimes the things that make us like have mental issue problem, like someone today if they are depressed, it's not majority of the time are not the small things that we really think.
Yes, yes.
They are major issues that people are going through.
Yes.
Whether they are in crisis, whatever crisis they are in, whether they are in grieving. You get my point? But it's for us to ensure that we are able to embrace that and tell them, you know what, it's okay, you are going through this and we know you can come out well. And we advise and we give our opinion, we give our shoulder to lean on, whereby you are there to stand with a brother. Like they were dumped. It's fine, you are dumped. What can you do in this situation to come out of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you are mentioning the way we embrace ourselves, or rather even your friend when they are going through hard times. And you know, you brought the aspect that sometimes even our reaction by you, they've been now open to share with you, but what are you going to give them that even makes them feel like maybe I shouldn't have told Jeff in the first place? Because no, come on, if they are looking at me this way and this is the way they are feeling about me, so makes even us to feel insecure sometimes to be able to share. But also there's the aspect to which Mongela mentioned about the breaking point. And now we as men, I don't know where we cut the limit. How would we say that now at this point I feel things are just not okay? Because sometimes again, maybe we may be just moving, but we don't realize that we are up to the rock bottom. So how do we like realize that, right now at this point, I really need to find a way out, or rather even I need to confide in somebody. I just need to seek help. Yeah, so what is that point where you look and you're like, by the way, there are things I need to address and I'm not able to handle it alone. I just need to trust also somebody to walk with me through the journey. So how do we say at that point where you realize that things are not okay? And maybe you can also base it on our experiences. If you've reached that point and you've been able to share with somebody and be like, I knew that this was the point where things were really murky on my side.
Thank you. Just to give my view, first of all, allow me to say this. You see, sometimes, especially currently, you've had people, or we've seen people, somebody was just okay, and people are collapsing and people are dying. Yeah. Currently, as we talk, I've lost one of my uncle. He used to stay in Garissa. Now, what we are talking about, when postmortem was done, it came out that he had some mental issues. Now, yeah, something like that. And therefore, allow me to say this. You see, when we talk of mental health has a lot of aspects. Because, and one of these aspects, allow me, I think there are three, for now, the ones that I know. And one of them, it's emotional of well-being. And now, when we talk of emotional, as me as Fred, and we've been here, we've seen each other, we've interacted, it will give you, you will have the ability to see that, today Fred is not okay. Me as Fred, what are these things that are leading to, what are these emotions? It might be joy, it might be sadness, it might be, because anything that deals with emotions that So these are some of the things you might say that, for the last 3 years we've known Fred. Fred has been a jovial person. Fred has been this, and this. But all of a sudden Fred is sad. Which means that the aspect, my emotion, something must have appeared, like something must have interfered with my emotions. And now it's now pulling out. Maybe that emotions is something that I cannot tolerate anymore. Do you know, let me tell you, at times we do believe that only sadness. But see, when you overjoy sometimes can also bring mental health. Especially me, I don't celebrate most of the things. I celebrate little things. Those minor things is what I normally celebrate. I'll tell you reason some other day, not today. Therefore, another thing, now I've talked of emotion. So from emotion, you will detect. Under emotion, I've said sadness, or joy, or any other thing. Now, we also have the psychological ones. You've seen people, I'm undergoing something. Emotions you can see, you can detect from how we've interacted. Now, psychological, it's kind of similar to emotion, but with different, let me say they have a little bit of differences. Now, you've seen people, somebody, now that's where, now that death is now coming in, whereby I'm having a problem. I feel I should share this, I should share, but whom will I share to? I normally say this. First of all, me personally as Fred, sometimes when I've seen people, when somebody has committed suicide, I've never talked ill about that person. And in fact, one thing I normally pray to God, me that I'm still alive, not to lead to that direction. Why am I saying this? Not all of us have the, let me say, we are not living the same space. I might have a brother, you don't have a brother. I might have friends, you don't have friends. Yet this thing is digging me deep. And I'll see not the best thing to do. Let me kill myself. Let me go this other direction. Unlike what is expected of me to do. So, now that is aspect number 3. Let me now talk of the final one, which is social life. Now, social aspect also leads to mental health. And when we talk of social, we know something that will come out clearly is relationships. when you've undergone heartbreak or something, or losing a loved one, or just that social part of it, I guess you understand. Now, we've seen people dying because of relationships. We've seen people, you see that a man is saying that I've done all I could do for this beautiful woman here, but still she decided to cheat on me, she decided to walk away. So it reaches a point, and this I've also seen with some 3 friends of mine. They don't want anything to do with women, and I was asking them that, you guys, you have sisters as well.